Hey guys. I just want to do a quick video and kind of give you guys another little twist on a thought. If you have any type of really strong, which you would perceive as any type of spiritual connection or relationship. So I just want to talk about that with you. Because a lot of people really get caught up on, like, union. Are we coming together? What are we supposed to do? What are we not supposed to do? Do they love me? Do they not? Am I good enough? Am I not? What are they doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I think a lot of people forget about the main point of it. And I'm not going to go just on the main thing of the obvious point of, you know, it's about the self journey, the discovery, to yourself, self-love, self-discovery, self-journey. It's to wake you up, to learn about yourself, to path mission if you have one, just basically not to be a walking zombie, right? So to learn about yourself. It creates, you do mirror work with it, it creates desire, it creates fire, ignition, change, motivation, that Kundalini energy. So, which goes along with the self-discovery, self-love, self-journey, all that stuff. Okay, so there's the main thing most people always do tend to still forget about, but is the main thing of that type of connection. Really all you need to know. Anything beyond that is icing on the cake, although I get why the 3D self would focus on other things. But the other thing that I felt like a lot of people never tend to ask themselves in that type of situation is to see your and your, I'm looking at my notes I wrote so I don't forget, to see your and the world's potential and your limitations. Like things that you never thought you could do or feel. Things that were otherworldly, magical. What else have you not seen, felt, acknowledged about yourself, others, your reality, the potential of the world, your potential or the potential of the world. Think about, since this has happened for you, whatever your reality is of this, think about how much your world has opened up. Think about how much you see that you didn't see before. Think about how much you feel that you never felt before. Think about how much love you feel that you never felt before. Hopefully you guys see things in yourself. Hopefully you guys are at that stage. If not, maybe hopefully one day you will be, especially if you're doing the work. But of all the things you see in yourself, the things you could feel, you could see, you experience, you now know. So not only is that connection to wake you the heck up and learn about yourself, especially your shadow, and to integrate, to learn self-love, self-discovery, self-journey, all of that, but to wake you up to also seeing the wonders in the world, the possibilities, the breaking of the chains, the breaking of the limitations, the breaking of the smallness, the thinking that love could only be like this when really it's something that you could have never even imagined possible. It's meant to make you see what else is possible within yourself and within the world around you. But you have got to be able to pull yourself out of that 3D, it's all about me, it's all about them, love, relationships, sex, greed, jealousy, why, me, them. You know, it's, you've got to pop out of that lowerly, and I say that with love, I'm not saying judgmentally, but you got to pull out of the lower level stuff to be able to see that. You have to see your perception. Don't think about what you can't have or what you don't have. What do you have? What have you been experiencing? What do you have in experience and see now? And I know some of you are like, well, I sure as hell would like to not have all those dreams. I sure as hell would not like to not have all this. Would you? Because for one, there is ways around that. I know a lot of people like to act like there isn't, but there is. Secondly, would you? I hope I don't trigger you on this, but I do dare to challenge you. Because I know what that feels like. And I know that there is a part of you, and I get sometimes people do get tired enough of it, and that's when they find that boundary and they cut that shit off, right? But those of you who don't do that, you love it. Because it's that part of you that gets to experience it because you don't get to experience it in the 3D. So I say this lovingly, but be real with yourself, because otherwise you give your power away. Be real with yourself if it really annoys you that you get talked to in the spirit realm, or that you get conversations or attention or hugs or kisses. Yeah, I know some people have heard they can hear people having sex. That probably would suck. I guess it depends on your perception, though. You know, maybe there's a way you can make that exciting for yourself. I don't know. Don't let my inner freak throw you off. But all I'm saying is, see the bigger picture on this. Think about all the things that you can now experience, you can now do, you can now see, all the things you couldn't see in the world. Like, so many people are like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And you have to lock onto it and hold it. You're like, I want this mine. This is so amazing. I want it to be mine. And I trust that, or don't trust. I know how that feels more than anybody. For one, I'm a Taurus, and Tauruses are like, this is amazing. And they have a hard time letting go, and they just love their stuff, and they want to hold it and love it and nurture it and take care of it and just boop, 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 boop. You know, especially when they're not as evolved. And, you know, real love is freedom. So if you have somebody who comes in and sparks all this stuff inside of you, and you start automatically putting your grips and your fences and your limitations and your labels and your everything else around it to start to go like this around the person, it's understandable because it's your initial lower stuff that's going to get shot up for you to work through. But you're doing exactly the opposite of what is the point. It's to find that security and that wonder and seeing the magic and the beauty and the miraculousness in this world, to where you see the abundance, to where you don't have to lock down. To where you know no matter how close or how far, it's right with you always. That you can appreciate if something is there one minute and not there the next. And I get it, you know, it's human nature to want to just hold on to something. But it's like that saying, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. And I get it. Some people would be like, I beg to differ. But that's because you kind of have a lack mentality. You didn't see the beauty in the situation. I mean, sometimes people come in just to blow you open. To just take your energy and go, and then go, so that you can now finish venturing forward with your energies, just like the spirit and heart of a child, you know? I mean, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying people aren't going to come back. I'm not saying this or this. I just think I want to give you guys a different perception of something to think about. And hopefully you don't take it like I'm coming across judgmentally either, because I fully, truly do understand. I'm saying things that I've come across and thought of to where, I don't know if it's right or wrong. You be the judge of that. This is my journey. That's yours. But did you guys ever stop and think of all the beauty that it brought to you? And in all the ways your life is different now that you didn't have before. If you stop thinking about the fact, I need to switch legs. If you stop and think about, you know, what you weren't able to feel before and what you weren't able to do. Don't think about what you don't have. What you lost. Don't think about all the illusions of it. Think about what you have in all ways. And I know it's torturous, but be grateful for those of you that you are visited. Can you learn to be grateful for that? If not, put boundaries on it. But can you learn to be grateful? Because I would think that the only people who weren't, you really got like blocks and stuff to work through, and you don't have like other stuff going on to compensate for that. And I don't say that judgmentally. I know it's hard and everybody's journey is going to go at different rates. I don't know, but maybe there's just something I could say right now that will help you, and it'll help you to start asking questions, to start wondering and be curious again. Yeah, exactly like I said. Be curious again. Breaking limitations with the heart of a child, but with discernment this time. It's coming in to expand you, to see the beauty, not the pain, even in your shadow work. So I don't want to make this a super long video, but maybe practice gratitude. And instead of being in the, and no judgment if you are, be where you need to be. Everybody's process is different, but instead of trying to be in the mind frame of, pain, loss, envy, jealousy, whatever, be in the mind frame of gratitude. That you got to experience something that most people on this earth will never experience. But you did. And because of that, it allows you to heal and break chains. And it allows you to have options and availabilities and potentials that, again, most people in this world will never see. They'll never see, they'll never feel, they'll never experience. But you were gifted with that. Not to say you're more special, I'm just saying it to make a point. And again, I know there's going to be some of you who are going to be like, I'd rather not, and I'm sorry for that. I hope one day that changes for you. But I'm still going to say this for the ones that are like, yeah, I never thought about it like that. And be grateful for the experience and show your gratitude by doing the work, being thankful, and moving forward. Knowing that everything is always there anyways. And when and if it's meant to pop up in a 3D way, it will. Whatever happens, will. But you being stuck isn't going to help it out, and it's not showing much gratitude. Not to mention that you signed up for it, but showing gratitude. Share what you've been given. That love, that expansiveness, that life force energy that has been reawakened within you. Share it. Because you now have an abundance of it, and you're now tapped into the abundance of it. And that's how you keep things, is by the rotation of it. Sharing and giving. And I don't mean over giving and not giving stuff back. You have to learn that. And that's why you have to do the work and learn self-love, because then it helps you learn a level of discernment of when you know to put out and when not to. If you know people are not in that zone, you don't. Or you do very little. You know when people are in that. That's a video for a whole nother day. But show your gratitude by doing the work and giving in whatever way it is for you. Whether it's art, journaling, books, tarot, being a police officer, being a nurse. It doesn't matter. However you channel that energy, even if it's just, 10 you now allowing blocks and limitations to be worked through, cleared, and removed, so that you are vibrating at such a higher abundant level that just you being in your existence is putting off that energy. In that alone, you are making a difference and showing gratitude. So anyways, this is a little video. I hope it really helps you guys maybe shift a little perception. I hope it doesn't trigger you too much. If it does, I'm sorry you perceived it that way. But I love you. I'll be seeing you guys soon. I hope this helps you. Information is in the description box below. Donations, give, take energy. If it helped you out, help me on my mission, my cause. Services, everything's in the description box below. PayPal, email, everything like that. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. I put out different types of videos. Thank you for so much, for being on my journey, allow me to be on yours, all that stuff. I'll be seeing you, talking to you soon, depending on how it goes. Anyways, you get what I'm saying. I'll see you guys later. Bye.